It's not deep. They were deep. They're not deep enough to kill.
A husband lies motionless, a wife shakes and calls 911 in the dark. But 5 years later, that same woman is handcuffed. This criminal documentary reveals how a lie can survive nearly half a decade. See what really happened?
You know what he cut himself with?
He said one of the steak knives.
A police body cam opens on a woman pacing near her husband's body. What begins as a desperate plea from a grieving wife will, years later, unravel into a homicide charge.
You have to put your hands behind your back, Heather?
What do I have a warrant for?
For homicide.
5 years after his death, Heather Fernandez-Hoefer is under arrest in connection with the death of her husband, Robert Hoefer. Investigators revisit the early days of the case, back to 2020, when small inconsistencies in Heather's statements first caught their attention.
Did you know what happened?
I did not do this. I did not see this happen.
In the present day, they confront her again. When told she'll face a murder charge, Heather simply says, "I'm going to need an attorney."
This is your time to tell me why.
I'm gonna need an attorney.
This statement marked a turning point in the case. She was still teaching third graders, not realizing that she was a suspect in her husband's death investigation. And you are following the case presented by MOPD channel. Let's begin. Heather Fernandez-Hoefer was arrested on April 1st, 2025 for allegedly causing the death of her husband, Robert Hoefer. According to Facebook Infor, the two were married on September 5th, 2020 at a VFW hall in Farmington, New Mexico. Photos from that day show a smiling couple surrounded by family and friends. Robert posted, "I married the most compassionate and kind woman I've ever met today. I also gained a grandson and 3 amazing stepsons." Heather commented beneath his post with a sticker reading, "Love you." But just 3 months later, on November 29th, 2020, at about 5:30 a.m., Heather called 911 in tears.
Tell me exactly what happened.
I came into my room and my husband, I think he died. I think he's on the floor. I mean, I know he's on the floor. I think he's dead. Come on, honey, wake up. He's cold. He's cold.
Now, before we get to the police body camera footage at the scene, let's listen to the conversation between Heather and the dispatcher.
Do you think he's beyond any help?
Yeah, I do. I do. Come on, babe, wake up, babe.
My partner
Babe, wake
is
up.
sending someone to assist you. Please
Honey, wake
leave
up.
everything
Wake
as
up.
you found it. I'm going to stay on the line with you until they get there, okay?
He's dead. He's dead. Babe, wake up, babe, wake up.
What is your name,
Wake
ma'am?
up. Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on, let me put you on speaker.
No, you're fine.
Babe, come on. Come on. Come on, babe, wake up.
If you want, ma'am,
Yes.
if you want to try, I can give you CPR instructions.
No.
But if you think he's beyond
No.
any help,
Send somebody now, please.
ma'am,
Hurry.
they're on their way. What is your name?
Heather Hoefer.
Heather. They are
Yes.
headed that way, and I'm going to stay on the line with you until they get there, okay?
Okay.
Heather answers firmly, "Yeah, I do." When offered CPR instructions, she refuses and repeats that he's gone. The calm certainty in her tone becomes one of the first details investigators later flag as unusual.
Has he been sick?
Well, he injured himself
When was this?
this evening.
How did he injure himself?
He got mad. Babe, come on, babe, wake up, babe.
How did
wake up.
he injure himself?
He cut himself.
How did he cut himself?
Listen to me. Babe, wake up, honey, please wake up. Honey, please wake up. You can't do this to me.
Heather, if you think he's gone and there's no help, I need for you to walk out of that room and leave him alone, especially if you think this is going to be Are you telling me this is a suicide now?
I don't know.
Okay, all right.
About 9 minutes after the call begins, police arrive. Robert lying motionless beside the bed.
Ma'am, did you see what happened?
2497.
Where's the blood coming from on him? On his chest?
And I fell asleep on the couch and I came in here and he was on the floor. He was
Okay. Ma'am, can you watch out? I just need to check his pulse.
He's cold.
He's cold?
Cold.
When did you last see him?
About 3. And I came in just now. And I guess he got his razor out. I don't know what he did. I don't know.
She speculates that Robert might have used his razor, then says maybe it was a steak knife.
Do you know what he cut himself with?
He said one of the steak knives, but I couldn't have.
Okay, let's not go reaching around. I just don't want you to get cut, ma'am, in case it's sitting around here.
Say again.
I don't want you reaching around just in case you get cut, okay?
Was he suicidal?
Not that I know of.
Was he laying here in bed and you moved him over up the ground?
And when I got up,
Back here, Sarge. Oh, am I?
no.
We're not sure. She said he cut himself earlier tonight.
An officer quietly notes that the lacerations are deep and that the visible trauma seems too severe to match her story.
No, the lacerations I'm seeing are deep enough and have a lot of blood protruding, but
That's the thing.
don't
That's
know.
I told. It's not. They were deep. They're not deep enough to kill.
What medication does he take, ma'am? Or this is medication up here?
Was he said he was cutting because it hurt, or he said it hurt because he cut it?
4106, do you have contact with Leadership Park officer?
I can't. I don't know if he took a list. I don't know. I don't
We're gonna need
know.
this west,
It's okay. Take your time.
for the next.
I don't know.
That's fine, I'm calling him back.
I can't admit he was on the floor.
Officers help her to the living room. They assure her that medics will take care of him respectfully.
Yeah, we can try.
49.
49.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay. Ma'am, we're gonna assist you out to the living room, okay?
What happened?
Take some deep breaths. Is there anything we can get you, ma'am?
I don't want him to be like that, and I know he's.
We're gonna take care of him, ma'am. We're gonna respect him and we're gonna take care of him for you.
106, I believe they're pulling up right now.
106, tempo.
Oh my for that. Okay.
I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what he did. I don't know. I don't know.
It's okay.
We're gonna have somebody come and look at him, but we're gonna try and move him to a more accessible place, right here, right outside the door.
You should have tried moving him when you're 4'11".
What's that?
You should have tried flipping him over when when I'm 4'11".
Oh,
He was laying on his. He was on my computer, face down,
Okay.
and I rolled him over, and then and he's cold.
She tells them Robert was 49 years old and suffered from blood clots in his legs, which is why he wore compression socks.
Or do you want to wait until we move him? It's up to you. You can stay with him.
She asks to stay with him. Officers allow her a brief moment before they move his body for examination.
Some medical conditions? Blood clots in his legs? Okay. Did he complain at all?
Heather repeats that she doesn't know what he did or why.
Pain or anywhere in his body?
I don't know what he did, you guys. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did. I don't know what he did.
Like I said, we're gonna have somebody come and check him out. That way, they can front and back look at him more thoroughly, okay?
I don't know.
At this point, there's no way of us.
I don't know.
Heather told detectives that the night before, she and Robert were in the computer room. Robert asked her to go to the kitchen to heat up some muffins while he continued playing video games. She said that during that short period of time, Robert may have injured himself with a steak knife. When police checked, Heather showed them the knife rack where all the knives were still in place.
Okay, we'll check them. We'll take a look at them.
I didn't see any of them gone.
Let's see any of them missing. Is the knife back here?
Detectives walked the short path from the kitchen back to the computer room, retracing what Heather described as Robert's movements that night. Later, investigators note how implausible her version seems.
Does he keep his knives in any drawers or anything like that, ma'am?
No.
And do you know if it was in here where he ended up possibly hurting himself, or what had happened exactly, Heather?
Yeah. Well, we were going to bed, and he was like, "It hurts, it hurts." And I put him in bed, and
And is there any cut marks on him at that time?
I didn't notice any at that time. And then I went a little later, and he was like, "It hurts." There was blood on him, so I was like, of course I said dirty words. What the did you do?
Did this happen whenever you were moving him on your shirt? You have some blood.
I'm sure it happened when I moved him. Oh, when I took it off of him and I cleaned it up.
He was wearing a shirt.
Yeah, and now I can't find it. He was wearing a shirt and a jacket.
So, with all that said, and I'm just going to kind of warn you ahead of time, they're going to probably collect your shirt and take pictures of you and your hands. Just because
I didn't do anything.
It's okay.
Listen,
It's just procedure.
I didn't do anything.
And I just wanted to warn you ahead of time. They're going to get your own. You'd be surprised by anything that happens, okay? Their investigation is going to be very thorough. And they're going to ask you questions and just kind of try and get a timeline to get there. We do need to find the shirt. We do need to find the jacket.
I was looking for that.
If we can touch as minimal things as possible.
Heather said that Robert did not mention the injury while eating the cake, but only mentioned it when they were getting ready for bed in the same room where he was later found. She also said that she cleaned Robert up before going to bed and went to sleep in another room because Robert wet the bed. To police, the idea that she would clean him, leave him bleeding, and then calmly go to bed becomes one of the most baffling elements of her story. Later that same day in 2020, detectives bring Heather to the station. They want to hear again what happened the night Robert died.
know I failed. I know that.
Well, so my concern, ma'am, obviously is this is not normal.
I know.
Even for a suicide, this is a little strange. If that's what we're calling it. If we're calling it a suicide, it's strange. And things don't add up and I'll tell you why they're not adding up to me, okay? Because he was happy, according to you. You guys were happy. There were no signs of any unhappiness or any suicidal ideations or anything like that. He didn't mention to anybody. From all accounts, everybody thought that he's pretty happy.
Yes.
And even if he was hiding something from you, you guys said that, the conversation you had earlier in the evening is that you found your person, you found that special someone in your life. And he even said that, right? He said that to you. Okay? So obviously you meant a lot to him. I don't, we do a lot of these death investigations, and some of them are suicides, and when somebody means a lot to somebody else, often they'll leave a note, okay? We're not seeing one, we don't see a note, we don't see any reason why he would do this.
I know
So
how you think I feel.
So that doesn't make a lot of sense to us, okay? And then the way it happened doesn't make a lot of sense either, okay? He has stab wounds to his upper chest area. So that's strange to us. We don't know where the weapon is that was used.
One of the guys found it.
How do you know that's it, though?
Oh, well, I don't know. I thought that's what he said.
Okay.
So.
I mean, you said steak knife because he told you steak knife.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want to jump to any
Right.
conclusions here, but we don't know. And why if he did that to himself, would he hide it or put it away somewhere? That just doesn't make sense, right? Okay, so there's all these things.
I know. How do you think I feel?
And then on top of that, you check in on him, and he's obviously has something wrong with him. He's not completely coherent. Of course, that could be chalked up to some of the drinking, but that could also be chalked up to he has a major injury. And nothing's done. We don't know. Nobody calls an ambulance. Nobody follows up and says there should be something. Even if, at the very least, ma'am, you got to look at this.
I understand. I know. I failed. I failed,
I'm not
and
saying
I know
that.
that.
I'm not saying that anybody failed. I'm just saying that.
It looks messed up.
Yeah, he.
I understand. Please, no, I understand.
Even if these injuries, and we don't know the extent of these injuries. Maybe these injuries are superficial. I don't know. But even if those injuries are superficial, at the very least, it's a cry for help if he did this to himself, right? And as a teacher, one of the things you're taught to look for is, like, even with students that are crying out for help and stuff like that, they should, you know what I mean?
I know.
That's a warning sign. So I have some major concerns with that. I have some major concerns that you cleaned him up and took that shirt off and cleaned him up, then leave him that time again too. That would have been the perfect time to call someone.
I know. I told you. I know.
Okay. So that's some of the biggest concerns, is that his body's been manipulated in some form or way. The weapon that was used in this has been manipulated in some sort of way. I don't think you're a bad person. Okay? I can tell in your eyes that you're a good person, but things are not adding up. I think you have more to tell me, right?
I don't have anything else to say. I have nothing left. I told you all I have. I have nothing left. Nothing.
One of the things, we have a responsibility, not just to you and to your husband, to make sure that we do this correctly, but we have an obligation to his family too.
Right.
Right? And honestly, I just want to know. I want to know what happened. I think you do know. Honestly, I think you know what happened.
I didn't do this.
And if you do know what happened, let's just hear me out. I think you know what happened, and
I did not do this. I did not see this happening. I did not do this. I'm not a bad person. I'm not.
I mean, it doesn't make sense.
He's 6'3". How would I be able to hurt him like that?
I don't know, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. Everything I've seen, it's from what I'm seeing, I don't think this is self-inflicted.
You think I did this?
I haven't come out and said that to you.
Heather eventually stops answering. She requests a lawyer, ending the interview. Detectives note that her adult son, his fiancée, and young grandchildren were also in the home that night. Still, they remain convinced Heather's version isn't true. An autopsy later confirms their suspicion. Robert sustained 3 sharp force injuries to the upper chest, each reaching the chest cavity, injuries severe enough to cause loss of life. The coroner writes that such wounds would cause significant pain and immediate distress, impossible for a victim not to notice. Heather had claimed she thought the cuts were shallow. Phone records then reveal another layer. The couple had argued about money in the days before his death. Robert was unemployed. Heather, the household's only earner, had also been paying expenses for her adult son, his partner, and their children. The same relatives in the home the night Robert died. Investigators reconstruct the scene and conclude Robert was attacked in bed, not on the floor. The trace pattern analysis confirms that most of the markings. The washing Heather described, they say, must have occurred after he was dead. Though detectives had viewed her as suspicious from day one, it would take nearly 5 years of case review, forensics, and legal clearance before they made an arrest. On April 1st, 2025, officers arrive at Heather's door.
You have one? Put your hands behind your back, Heather.
What do I have a warrant for?
For homicide. Right to remain silent. Any statements made by you may be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney. Not afford an attorney when you represent the charge. You have the right to consult an attorney.
Can I call my mom real quick?
When reporters later reach out, the Farmington Municipal School District confirms she had been actively teaching until that very morning. Administrators say they were unaware she was ever under investigation. After her arrest, she was placed on administrative leave and her name was removed from the district website. We also noticed on Facebook that she posted several photos in the years after Robert's death, including this one, which appears to have been taken in a classroom. Additionally, she changed her relationship status to single. We want to know if she continued teaching elementary school students for about 5 years after her husband was allegedly murdered. In the Farmington City School District, they said she is currently on administrative leave. However, she will continue teaching as normal until April 1st, 2025, the day she was arrested. The school district claims they had no idea she was a suspect in a murder. At the police station, Heather sits across from the same detective who questioned her 5 years earlier.
Do you know why you're here?
Just no.
Okay. So the last time you and I talked was back in 2020. This has to do with your husband,
Yes.
Robert.
Yes.
Okay. So we've completed our investigation. It took some time because we had a lot to process. But our investigation, from what we have, we know what happened, okay? And this is your opportunity to tell us the truth about what happened, okay? Because what you told me last time, none of the evidence that we processed matches with what you're telling us. So I know what happened to Robert. I just don't know why it happened to him. This is your time to tell me why.
I'm gonna need an attorney.
Okay.
After that conversation, Heather sits in that interview room for a couple of minutes in silence. Then an officer comes in to take her to jail.
I'm gonna need to use my phone to call my mom because
Yeah,
she won't.
They can let you do all that.
Okay, you know what I mean? You know how older people, it's like, I don't know the number, I'm not gonna answer.
Yeah.
But if I call.
And it's not like you get one phone call. It's not like.
I know, but I've got to.
So, did you want to put your jacket on? It's up to you.
I want to cry.
Try to think.
I want to cry. I want to scream. I want to throw shit. I'm scared.
It makes sense. It's not my job to make that worse right now.
Oh, I know.
So I'm gonna do my best not to.
Okay. No, not really.
Relatively. Do you have shoulder issues?
Nah, I'm just fat.
Okay.
When detectives leave the room, the camera captures her sitting in silence, head down, until another officer enters to take her to booking. Charges: 1 count of second-degree homicide and 1 count of tampering with evidence in the death of Robert Hoefer. Heather is scheduled to be arraigned in June 2025 in District Court, Farmington, New Mexico. After nearly 5 years of portraying herself as a widow seeking sympathy, the woman once known as a beloved elementary school teacher now faces trial in connection with her husband's death. From a devoted teacher to a suspect in her husband's death investigation, Heather's journey shocks her entire town. Thank you for watching this criminal documentary. Subscribe and like the video so you don't miss out on future cases. Our intent is to provide a factual look into law enforcement activities. This video is not meant to mock, judge, or discredit anyone. In today's highly politicized climate, we believe it's essential to share these encounters as they occurred, promoting accuracy and understanding.